everybody, Josh12 back here again with another video, and I'm here to give you another top 5 list. Yes, it's that time of the week again, so let's get into this week's top 5 list. Now, seeing as how I've already given you my top 5 Batman actors list, and last time I gave you my top 5 Superman actors list, and considering we're so close to the release date of Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, it's time to give you my top 5 Wonder Woman actors list. Yes, of course, I'm here to give you my personal list of the top 5 best actresses who have performed in the role of Wonder Woman. But considering the fact that Wonder Woman as a character has not really had the greatest chance to really branch out in the limelight when it comes to film projects, movie projects, TV projects, or anything outside of being involved with Batman or Superman, unfortunately, I'm going to be both choosing from actresses who have performed in the role, not only in live action, but also in the animated universes, whether it be the TV shows or animated movies from the DC line. So I will be choosing both live actors and voice actors. But with that being said and done, with all my top 5s, they're subjective, my personal list, my personal thoughts, and this is just my personal list of what I consider to be the best actresses who have performed the greatest in the character of Wonder Woman, and of course have defined that role in my personal opinion. But with that being said, I also have a specific criteria, like my previous top 5s, that for this specific list, I will not be choosing any actresses who have performed in the role of Wonder Woman but have not been released in a upcoming movie or TV project. And of course, I will not be choosing any actresses who have performed the character of Wonder Woman in unreleased or basically canceled TV shows / TV pilots. So unfortunately for actresses like Adriana Palicki, who performed the character of Wonder Woman in the TV pilot, the canceled TV series of Wonder Woman, and of course for Gal Gadot, who will be performing in both her own solo movie and Justice League, and of course Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, she will also not be part of this list. So unfortunately for those two specific actresses or actresses like them, they will not be chosen for this list, unfortunately. But with that being said and done, let's get into this top 5 list. Coming up number 5 has to go to Cobie Smulders. Now, I love Cobie Smulders, and you might be asking yourselves, Josh12, she's a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. How does she get a part of this list? Are you fucking insane? Read a fucking comic book. Well, before you start saying those things in the comment section, Cobie Smulders has played and performed in the character of Wonder Woman before. You might have missed it, but if you go back and check out back in 2014, the Lego movie, Wonder Woman, amongst many other DC animated DC characters like Green Lantern and Superman, make cameos in said movie, and Cobie Smulders actually performs in the character of Wonder Woman in said movie. And for me personally, it just feels appropriate out of respect to really put her on this kind of list, considering the fact she's the first ever actress to really perform as the character of Wonder Woman in her first ever theatrical debut. That's Wonder Woman's, regardless of Gal Gadot's performance or her, appearance in Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice and the future DC franchise movies, Cobie Smulders is technically the first ever theatrical debut actress for the character of Wonder Woman. So just out of respect, I feel like it's appropriate to put her on this list. And plus, I love Cobie Smulders. She's amazing. She's a phenomenal actress. She kills it in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And plus, I always wanted to see her perform as Wonder Woman in general, considering she was one of the shortlist actresses for Joss Whedon's old Wonder Woman movie, which I wish could have been made long ago. But that being said and done, moving off of that and going to number 4 on this list has to go to Lucy Lawless. Yes, Lawless. I fucking love her. I personally have always been a fan of her ever since back in the day when she starred in Xena Warrior Princess, which was the spin-off series of Hercules, which was another show I was also really into back in the day. And back when I was a child and I watched that damn show and I was such a big DC fanboy, or really getting introduced into DC in general, the big thing that I always wanted to see was Lucy Lawless play Wonder Woman. And considering the fact that she never really got the chance to perform in live action as Wonder Woman, discounting, obviously, Xena Warrior Princess, she did technically play and perform the character as Wonder Woman in the Final Frontier movie, Justice League, the Final Frontier, the animated universe movie, which is a phenomenal movie based off the Darwin Cook novel, which was really badass and awesome in and of itself. And I feel like Lucy Lawless, she's a badass actress. She's phenomenal. She killed it in Xena Warrior Princess, which is one of my favorite shows of all time. And considering the fact that she was, at least when I was a child, the number one pick for a live-action Wonder Woman movie for me personally. The fact that she got to perform the character in general in the future in an animated movie, just, you have to put it out there as a kudos. But with that being said and done, moving off of that and going to number 3 on this list, has to go to Keri Russell. Now, Keri Russell is obviously a phenomenal actress in other TV shows like The Americans and stuff, but she has performed the character of Wonder Woman in the solo Wonder Woman movie for the DC animated line. Now, for me personally, I love that movie. I really got into it. It was really badass. I loved how they mixed the comic book lore with Greek mythology so amazingly. They made it very adult without going overboard with it. And it just felt like just a perfect mix of what a Wonder Woman movie should be like. And I feel like Keri Russell killed it. I mean, granted, there's other actresses who have performed the character, in the DC animated universe, whether it be the TV shows or the direct-to-video movies. But Keri Russell, I think she did an amazing job performing as Wonder Woman as the main character of said movie. And plus, that movie just kicks ass in general. And plus, if Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman movie, Patty Jenkins, the DC, franchise movie, is anywhere close to the epicness and awesomeness of Keri Russell's Wonder Woman movie, then I'm okay. I can live a happy life. But with that being said and done, moving off of that and going to number 2 on this list has to go to Lynda Carter, of course, the first ever live-action actress to perform the character of Wonder Woman. Now, for me personally, I'm not really actually that big into the Wonder Woman TV series from way back in the day. I'm not really, it's very difficult for me to really go back into a specific era of comic book franchises, whether it be like the old 40s Batman stuff or the really old Superman stuff, or, be prior to Richard Donner, or even Batman 60s Batman. It's very difficult for me to go back and see that kind of stuff. And Wonder Woman is just around there at the same time. But when you do go back and you do, see these episodes, Lynda Carter just kills it. She is so freaking great as Diana Prince / Wonder Woman. She gave so much weight, and plus you just have to give it up to her for being the first ever real live action performer of Wonder Woman. In and of itself, it's just awesome and amazing. And the TV series, even though it's very dated, and even though it definitely needs a reboot, and considering the fact we are getting a movie, it has a lot to do with that. But at the end of the day, Lynda Carter, no one could take that away from her. She was phenomenal in that role, and it was freaking awesome to see her do her thing. But with that being said and done, I'm going to skip the honorable mentions and get to my number 1 pick, which of course has to go to Susan Eisenberg, who performed the character of Wonder Woman through the DC animated line. Of course, starting with the Justice League animated series, and of course moving on with other various movies. Susan Eisenberg, a lot like Kevin Conroy as Batman, in my personal opinion, is the definitive Wonder Woman out of any other Wonder Woman. I mean, granted, we haven't seen Gal Gadot's performance, and granted, a lot of the actresses that are in this list alone are phenomenal in and of itself, but Susan freaking kills it. When I hear Wonder Woman's voice, if it's not, it's almost like the Batman thing. It's like, if it's not Kevin Conroy, I give 2 shits. And it's the same thing with her. Like, if it's not Susan Eisenberg, I don't really give a shit, because she kills it as Wonder Woman. She is the voice of the Amazonian princess. She freaking kills it. I love her as, voice talent, and her performance as Wonder Woman is, in my personal opinion, the best definitive performance out of any other actress, whether it be voice acting or live action performances. She is the one. She is the one. That's all. She is Neo from the Matrix. She is the one. She is the definitive voice / talent / actress, for me personally, in my subjective opinion, of all the actresses performed as Wonder Woman. But with that being said and done, comment below. Let me know what you personally think about this top 5 list. What are your personal thoughts on the choices I put on my list? Now, granted, you have to keep in mind that unlike Batman and Superman, there's not a lot of actresses who have performed as Wonder Woman. And of course, discounting any other TV spots or actresses who portrayed her in commercials or what have you, not to mention the unreleased TV pilots or unreleased movies, it's very hard to pick and choose the top 5 list of Wonder Woman actresses, but in my personal opinion, these are the best of the best. And let me know what you personally think about these choices in the comment section below. Let me know what your personal top 5 actresses of Wonder Woman list is, and let me know what you personally think about my list. But that being said and done, shameless plug time. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jonch12. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and hope you guys enjoyed. And this has been Jonch12.